Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All, where we're back in court, and hopefully we're going to be able to present some of the new evidence that we've got to, find out more about this case anyway. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial again. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Oh. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favour? Could you channel Mia today too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. But Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Phew, thank goodness. Nick. This way Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? She might not like some of the things that are revealed, I suppose. June the 22nd, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey.
The defence is ready, Your Honour. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. Aha, so Pearl is transmitting Mia now. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago, and hopefully we are going to end that little streak. Judge, suspend her whip, please. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Aha, that's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight.
Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honour, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
Alright, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? So she's going to do this just to make it look like it wasn't suspicious, right?
But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Alright, so first up is Morgan then. Interesting. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is,
Yes, that is.
You, be quiet! Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. That was a great close-up there, I love that.
Order, order, order! Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honour, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Ooh, this is getting good, isn't it? Maya's escape. So they're trying to undermine our theory that she must have left the room and maybe couldn't have done it. This is what this is all about. They're casting doubt on what we said in the previous day's trial. I like it. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Convenient, if you ask me. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Okay. But we will. Have no doubt about that, we will. Maya's escape, here we go. Okay, after we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. That, as far as I can recall, is true. Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you're referring to? It's us and Lotta, right? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. That is rude! She is a rude woman, jeez. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks.
What did you do after that, Miss Fey?
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. I can't remember if that's how that went down or not, to be honest. But let's press. Was it really necessary to have two people do something as simple as call the police? So if I'm trying to think that the only phone in the village is outside, isn't it? Like the place is just called Karayan Village. It's that little phone booth. So she's saying that she sent both of us out to use that phone, which would mean that it was just her and Maya in the room when all of that happened. So that would have got rid of any witnesses who could have seen what actually happened during that point of the proceedings. So that's interesting. It was almost like she got rid of us on purpose so that we couldn't maybe contradict what she's about to say, or something that she did that she didn't want us to see happen. If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes, that's a very good point.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another...
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further, leave her be. Yeah, question further. Come on, let's do that. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? I get the feeling Von Karma might interrupt here, like object to this and get us to prove that. No, maybe not. You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger. Is what I thought to myself. So she's got to say it's like divine intervention sort of thing, right?
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye.
Come on, Judge, don't fall for that nonsense. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. So maybe I shouldn't have questioned further there. I mean, in the past, questioning further has always put us in good stead, really, but that might have made everyone be more on Morgan's side now, so that's interesting. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue.
I mean, we didn't lose any health, though, so maybe not. The pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Now, before I press this, I just want to take a look at the photo we've got, just to see if that was indeed what Lotta captured. So she had it there. She was in a daze. I mean, it's not hanging from her hand in either of those photos. But maybe this is after this, so we'll go with it for now. Then quite suddenly she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room with great strength. Okay, so let's go. What should we do? For now, we should try and get more information out of her. After we get more information from her, we may be able to use it later to our advantage. Okay, so let's go back round to the one... Right, this one. I want to press. And then we'll press the others. I accidentally skipped it on after looking at the photo. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Oh. Wasn't expecting that. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. Objection! Oh. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya. So, I mean, she was about to say something that may have been different to that, but Von Karma stepped in and interrupted and said her own thing, which, I mean, Judge, you need to stop that from happening, please. Let's question further. We're going to risk it. So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. So who informed her of that then?
Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she...
Ah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? So I feel like... Now, witness, continue with what happened. But I feel like that might have been right to do that, because now we know that someone else allegedly saw what Maya did when Morgan didn't. So that could come in important later on. Then quite suddenly she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing. However, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Faye. Yeah, but even if it was... If it was Mimi or Eni or whatever, even they're not as strong as Morgan, surely.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Okay. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had caught. So you expect me to believe that a nurse overpowered her? Lies! If she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However... And this is what she's going to say about being knocked out, right? Great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. Does she have any proof of that? You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy, witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Let's question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. So they're going to say she went to, like, the incinerator and everything. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
I'm sure they've got an answer. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. Okay, so who's the other witness? What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. And I guarantee you that is probably going to be Eni, who it seems like was in on all of this and potentially the murder anyway. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes. That's exactly what...
Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escape had done... What the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. That's a very jumbled sentence. She went to speak with someone. Okay, who would that be?
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eni Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. There we go. Eni Miney? I think you can see where this is headed. Yes, we can indeed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Miss Eni Miney. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honour?
Yes, sir.
For the love of all things good, Your Honour, have some spine, for my sake. Okay, after the murder. So now, this is the thing. She's going to say all of this stuff. I don't know if we can believe it, though, because we think she's directly involved. So, after the murder, we will do in the next episode, because we're out of time, unfortunately, but this is getting really, really good, and I feel like this is going to be very tough indeed, so I'm looking forward to the challenge. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulione, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy, Paul James, Adventure Game Geek, and Megan, and I'll see you next time.